In a small village, there was a young boy named Zayd, who had a deep curiosity about the world around him. He would often sit under the shade of a large tree, watching the elders of the village discuss matters of life and faith. One day, Zayd overheard a traveler speak to the villagers, sharing the hadith of the Prophet, Pbuh. Seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim. These words ignited a spark in Zayd's heart. He rushed home and asked his father, "What knowledge am I supposed to seek? How can I fulfill this obligation?" His father smiled and said, "Knowledge about Allah, His creation, and the teachings of our Prophet, Pbuh. It's a lifelong journey." Zayd's father handed him a worn-out copy of the Quran and said, "Start here. Reflect on its meanings and lessons." From that day, Zayd would wake up early, dedicating hours to learning to read and understand the Quran. He sought out the village Imam, asking questions and memorizing passages, always eager to deepen his understanding. One day, the Imam said to Zayd, "Knowledge is not just about memorizing. It's about applying what you learn in your life." Zayd realized that true knowledge transforms the heart and actions, not just the mind. He began helping others in his village. He taught younger children to read and write, shared the stories of the prophets, and guided them in understanding their prayers. As Zayd grew older, his thirst for knowledge only deepened. He decided to leave his village to study under renowned scholars. With the blessings of his parents, he traveled far, enduring hardships, hunger, and fatigue, all in pursuit of knowledge. One night, as Zayd sat in a dimly lit room, reading, his teacher approached him and said, "Zayd, do you know the value of what you're seeking? Allah elevates those who learn and act upon knowledge." The teacher recited another verse from the Quran, "Allah will raise those who have believed among you, and those who were given knowledge by degrees." Hearing this, Zayd felt a renewed sense of purpose. He resolved to not only gain knowledge but to live by it. Years later, Zayd returned to his village as a learned man, full of wisdom, humility, and love for his people. The villagers, once unaware of the importance of learning, now gathered eagerly to hear Zayd's teachings and advice. Zayd reminded them of the Prophet's words, "Seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim," emphasizing its relevance to daily life. He taught them that knowledge is a light that illuminates the path to Allah and a tool for bettering oneself and society. Through Zayd's efforts, his village transformed into a community of learners, united by their shared pursuit of knowledge. Zayd's life became an example of how seeking and sharing knowledge brings blessings, success, and closeness to Allah. Even after his passing, his legacy of knowledge continued, as his students carried forward his teachings for generations.